Hey guys, this is my post about spiritual disciplines. Really looking forward to going through this with you all and also just personally engaging more in the spiritual disciplines. So, for me, as spiritual disciplines, I like Wesley's verbiage of it's a means of grace, a way for us to really encounter God, to engage with God. And so the grace is obviously from Him coming to us, but we have the opportunity to engage, to make the choice to enter in to His presence, to experience that grace. And so that's what spiritual disciplines are. And obviously, there's quite a few common ones that we all are aware of. I think they all of them have an inward, outward, and corporate function. The inward, obviously the goal is that it's bringing transformation to us inside in our hearts, changing us, causing us to, through God's grace, become more like Him, more like His Son. And then outward, that shows itself in how we live our lives, in our living out holiness and living out what God is doing in our hearts. And then corporately, we can engage in these disciplines together. We can pray together, worship together, even fast together, and then kind of journey together through those disciplines and see what God is doing, not just us as individuals, but us as a corporate body. How often do I practice disciplines? Probably not often enough. Some are easier, quote unquote, than others for me to engage with. I try to begin my day in the Word and in prayer. Definitely the temptation is that it becomes a checklist and I just check it off real quick. And then whether corporate worship, obviously attending worship once a week with my family, within our church. I think the one I struggle with the most is fasting. That is one that God has been very patient with me and continues to suggest that I engage with that one. And I just admit my laziness or my slowness to really do it. So it's on my list. It's something that I'm hoping to engage with more. I was taught the disciplines growing up in church. Definitely exposed to them. Watched my mom really, in particular, engage with spiritual disciplines. And I remember some lessons in like youth group and things, going through spiritual disciplines. A priority. I saw it a priority in my mom. I saw it a priority in some in our church. I'd give it a 50-50, I don't know. I don't know if it was a huge push when I was growing up in the church. Church I attend now, we're not terribly engaged. It's just a different situation here in Uganda, but I think some of them are mentioned and encouraged, but I wouldn't, at least from my perspective, I wouldn't say it's a priority necessarily. But I could certainly just be missing out on some of the conversations. So, yeah, I'm excited to journey with you all. Excited what God's going to do in my heart as we engage with the disciplines. Thanks, guys.